Hi, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com. Today I have with me the HTC Rhyme for Verizon Wireless. It's available now for $199.99 on a 2-year contract. So let's take a look at the contents of the Rhyme's box. Naturally, phone's right in here. A little hard to get out of there. So we'll start that up, power button up top, and open this up. We've got what appears to be user guide, terms and conditions, things like that. Nothing too dreadfully interesting. A little piece of clear paper. Has logos on it. Looks like it's identifying everything. This is a USB cable, obviously, micro USB. This is the power adapter that it plugs into, like so. Stereo headphones here. I believe they're stereo. Oh yeah, quite different looking. Everything works. It's all a tape instead of a normal wire. I don't know if that keeps it less tangled. Music controls there as well. Pretty cool looking. And this should be the dongle for the remote message indicators. It's this little purple cube, I guess is what you would call it. Plugs into the phone and then should glow when there's a new message of some sort or some other missed notification. Meant to dangle out of a purse, I guess, while your phone's hidden deep within. And I almost forgot to show you what's in this side of the box. It's the reason the box is so big. That's the charging station. It's a cloth covered micro USB connector on the back, and you can see the battery connectors there for charging. So let's take a look at the hardware. First I'll power up the display. It's a 3.7-inch diagonal Sony Super LCD display, pretty bright and crisp, wide VGA resolution, 480 by 800 pixels. Nice display. Got some touch-sensitive controls down the bottom, standard Android buttons there. Forward-facing VGA resolution camera. On the left-hand edge, just the covered micro USB port, which is, I find those to be a bit bothersome since almost every Android device needs to be charged on a daily basis, but at least you do have that charging dock. You can see it's a fairly thin phone. My measurements have it coming out at about 10.8 millimeters, and it weighs just a hair over 132 grams. You can see a nice soft touch cover mixed with anodized metal and the HTC logo here. Those are the contacts for the charging dock. 5 megapixel camera with an LED flash, and you also find a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top along with the power and standby button there. Along the right hand edge is the volume control. No dedicated camera shutter button or anything like that. Along the bottom, all you see is the microphone pinhole right up here. Now, while the rear cover of this device does come off, what's unusual is that it does not expose the battery. The battery is fixed in there. It's not user replaceable. It's a 1600 milliamp hour unit that's good for a little over 7 hours of talk time or up to 17 days of standby time. Luckily, you have that charging cradle, though. It makes it a little bit better since you can't swap out the battery. It's very easy to charge just by dropping it in. You will notice, though, we have a micro SD memory card slot there, and an 8 gig card comes included. The device has 4 gig of internal storage, but only about 800 megabytes of that is actually available to the user, so the 8 gig card is really going to be necessary. Powering the whole thing, we've got a 1 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, and it's backed up by 768 megabytes of RAM, which is a fair bit of RAM. As for connectivity options, the device is obviously equipped for Verizon's 3G network. Does not support LTE, though. It's just EVDO Rev A. Also support for 802.11b GNN Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 3.0. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you drop the phone to the dock. That's all it takes. Doesn't click in or anything. Just drops right in there, and automatically the little desk clock type application loads up. You can run the photo frame, so it'll go through your pictures. The dock itself acts as a speakerphone. It can also work as a speaker for your music playback, which you can see the controls right there. Activate device with the power button here, and you can see this is the HTC Sense 3.5 lock screen. I can either drag the ring up to unlock it or drag one of those icons, which are user configurable, into the ring to activate that application. Just going to unlock the device to get to the home screen here. This is the default home screen, and this is actually a full screen widget here. If you long press on it, you can see that. A little unusual looking, but how it works is you can tap on any of these sections to bring up information like on your next appointment or photos that have been shot with the camera. It's pretty cool looking. Unfortunately though, I have not been able to get the mail client to work at all. I've been unable to configure email for Gmail, AIM, my own personal server, Yahoo Mail. All of them fail both on Wi-Fi and Verizon's 3G network. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm trying to find some help on that from Verizon, so we'll see. Otherwise, this is just like any other Sense 3.5 device. Nice assortment of widgets. This Endomondo, if I'm saying that correctly, is a sports kind of application. I'll go into the main menu here, and you can see it sitting right there. Like the other more recent HTC devices, the main menu moves in full pages. I like that. Not everybody does though. In any case, there's that Endomondo application. And you can see you can do workouts, and you can set goals, and you can put in information for what your friends have done or compete against yourself. It's an interesting system. Back to the main menu, look for the interesting things. Obviously we've got Gmail support here, and it's just saying we've got priority inbox and some other new features. Works in landscape mode as well, of course. And let's see if I can pull up this test message. You can see the formatted text there. No multi-touch support here. Normally there would be in the other email client though, but I've been unable to test that. Good access to controls. The Gmail client's really, really nice. About the only thing that's wrong with it is the lack of the multi-touch support. So I'm going to demonstrate how the charm works. Just going to plug it into the 3.5mm headphone jack right there. And I'm going to turn off the phone. And I'm going to send a quick text message to the phone. And we should see it come through and see the indication there from the charm flashing. So you can see the charm is now flashing intermittently. That tells us that we have a text message on the phone. And of course, if you power up the phone, you can see the new message indicator right there, and I can drag the messaging icon into the ring just to activate it, and just to prove it, there's the message. We can drop in here on this home screen widget and see that the most recent message came in from another man. It's the one that we used to test the charm. I'm going to show you the keyboard quickly while I'm here. There's no swipe support or anything like that. It's just a bare bones keyboard. Here it is in the landscape orientation. You can see I typed N-O-R-E, but it's auto-correcting to more, which is correct. You have options for changing the text size. It does not have the cool rendered effects on the edges of the message that I just saw on the Amaze 4G though. But go in here and change text size and make it really large.